An empty field. A Russian soldier faced an FPV drone. No weapon. No gear. Only bare hands. And his head. In desperation, he lunged forward. He struck the drone with his skull.
Near the outskirts of Ivanivsky, thermal surveillance picked up a group of Russian infantry regrouping beside a trench. One figure among them didn't belong. The drone circled high above. His uniform matched theirs as Flores. His stance didn't. Moments later, he stepped back, raised his weapon, and fired. Chaos erupted. Two Russian soldiers collapsed instantly. One attempted to flee across the field, but the FPV drone was already descending. No escape. The final shot was delivered from above. The deception was complete.
A lone soldier sat on a rocky ledge. He reached for his radio. His voice cracked, whispering a plea for extraction. But the drone was already closing in. Just one strike. And then, silence. In the forest near Donetsk, 3 Russian soldiers scattered to rest. The first man sat beneath a tree, phone in hand, unaware he'd already been marked. The drone descended fast and struck. Nearby, another soldier had just crouched down. A second drone curved through the trees and hit without a sound. The last man saw it all. He dropped flat, arms over his head, motionless. But the drone hovered, then completed its task. Just still trees and silence. In the northern direction, Ukrainian special forces from the 8th Regiment prepared to clear a tree line held by Russian troops. After detecting Russian presence near a tree line, a small reconnaissance UAV was launched. It flew low, scanning trenches, bunkers, and possible hiding points. Once the path was mapped, the assault began. One Russian soldier was captured during the first push. The team then engaged trench networks where more troops were hiding. Rooms were searched, trenches cleared. The UAV detected a bunker, operators closed in, and dropped grenades inside. Seconds later, the Vampire bomber team launched a second wave, hitting enemy positions deeper in the forest. The blasts fractured Russian formations. The 8th Regiment pushed forward again, sweeping through ruins and capturing several soldiers. A final hideout was spotted. An FPV drone was dispatched. The target was eliminated. This operation showed how layered drone reconnaissance, direct assault, and air-dropped munitions can dismantle fortified zones in sequence. In the Pokrovsk direction, Ukrainian FPV pilots spotted movement beneath a patch of green vegetation. A lone Russian soldier paused, scanning for shade, unaware he'd already been seen. The drone flew low, then released a bomb. The device landed just meters from his position. The target was neutralized. The vegetation now hides only silence. Pokrovsk direction. Operators of the 414th UAV Brigade observed a lone Russian soldier, too exhausted to move. The drone crept closer, silent, hovering at his side. The man did not stir. Only when the drone touched his boot did he wake. His eyes opened, but it was already too late. The strike neutralized the target. Even rest offers no safety under constant surveillance. Drone warfare leaves no margin for error. Hidden near strategic roads, Russian FPV drones were waiting to strike, but they never got the chance. Ukraine's Hydra unit operating from above identified the positions. Small munitions were dropped with precision. Multiple Russian drones were disabled, mid-position. The ambush collapsed before it began. What was meant to trap was trapped instead. Hydra's aerial overwatch neutralized threats before they could even power on. She was just a civilian crossing the street when a Russian FPV drone locked on and descended without warning. 2 Ukrainian soldiers nearby spotted the threat and moved to assist. But another drone swept in before they could reach her. Forced to retreat, they watched as she ran toward her home, thinking it would offer safety. But moments later, a third drone flew through the doorway and struck inside. No warning, no distinction, just a machine completing its task. This incident highlights the danger of autonomous drone operations without civilian targeting safeguards in urban conflict zones. 2 Russian soldiers moved across open fields. A Ukrainian FPV drone descended slowly and struck between them. Nearby, 2 others wearing thermal blocking suits crouched by barbed wire. Seconds later, they too were neutralized. Then, a lone rider on a motorcycle appeared. The drone adjusted, locked, and hit its mark. Open terrain offered no cover precision, left no escape. Near Vovchansk, a Russian logistics truck stood idle in an open field. From above, Ukrainian FPV operators observed. The drone launched low and steady. It struck clean. Minutes later, another truck was moving on a nearby route. A second drone was dispatched. It pursued fast, caught its target. 2 trucks destroyed. The supply line severed. 2 Russian soldiers were moving near the ruins. Suddenly, a Ukrainian FPV drone dropped low and blocked their path. One was injured. He crawled to the roadside. The other helped him toward a nearby house. While applying a bandage, another drone struck again. This time there was no movement. FPV drones exploit moments of pause, not just movement. Near the village of Kotlino in the Donetsk region, special forces from Ukraine's 8th Regiment launched a rapid assault. A machine gun tore open the outer fence. Seconds later, a shoulder-fired mortar breached the secondary barrier. The team pushed inside, room by room. They cleared the compound but found no one. Russian forces had fled through a hidden tunnel. The chase led into the trenches. From below, gunfire erupted. Ukrainian operators dropped down and returned fire. Some enemy soldiers were neutralized, others captured. Speed and surprise remain the defining edge in close-quarters special operations. In September 2025, along the Pokrovsk direction, Ukrainian drone operators from the 414th UAV Brigade, known as the Birds of Magwar, conducted a wide-area FPV strike operation. Their drones scanned fields, tree lines, and abandoned clearings for isolated Russian troops. One by one, lone figures were spotted moving without formation. Exposed. The drones adjusted their paths, locked on, and engaged with precision. Some targets tried to escape. Others froze mid-motion. None succeeded. The footage revealed not just destruction, but a shift in control technology dominating terrain, turning even open ground into lethal space. Across each frame, the pattern repeated: no warning, no cover, no chance. The battlefield belonged to the drone, and the hunter never blinked.